Welcome back to episode 24 of 4D, Def's Daily Dose of Dota. I'm your host, Michael Deficus Plumley, and today's daily started with a pretty simple premise. I played Dota. I got ganked a lot. I died. I lost the game. And I thought to myself, oh gosh, that Bat Rider, that Storm Spirit, if only they couldn't see me. Riki. And after looking around, we finally see some more sparingly Rikis popping up. Picked out by our drafters. 6.82, found some changes to Riki. You can get level 1 invis. 8-second delay though. But we've seen /iceiceice use that to pretty good effectiveness. Blocking camps, just preventing the Bat Rider from getting a good start. We saw, I think, we saw pretty good success in the mid game. Getting a few kills, dying, but you need your levels as Riki, which he has done very competitively. As we hop back into the game, we'll see that level-wise, he's level 22, the Weaver, level 24. And with 600 gold going his way, that will get him back on track. He has his BKB now. He has a Gem of True Sight. Hello. And now, he's hitting for, well, I don't know. All I'm seeing is money signs. Sure, frostbitten. Who cares though? That's going to take some damage off of him. And he's going to keep going. We can check about the damage there. How much he's hitting for with that backstab now. 200 damage. 300 damage with the backstab. 360 on a range creep. And /iceiceice. It's the 48-minute mark. He wants to fight. Picking up a TP scroll. Super gives him one. So, we see a rotation. Roshan being checked. There is a regen rune bottom. Ogre Magi walking by it. He has his Aghanim Scepter now.
Regeneration!
That will help Riki out for the mana at least. He has a very anemic intelligence gain. 1.3 per level. He's not going to be getting much mana throughout the whole game. Not through scalability. Unlike his agility, 2.9 per game. Per level, rather. So he's going to be getting 3 damage per level. And about half of an armor. We see him up at 24 armor. And with the help of his 2 supports, claims the kill on the Weaver. Big kill. So much of a kill, you might wonder, what was he doing here? Sometimes you like farming. And you might even push out. Though a large portion of the minimap is unoccupied. And you're down here. Whereas most of the vision is up here. It happens. They're still up by 7 kills. Attack. They wouldn't lose, would they? Riki, well, his double damage room is going to say something about that. 5 blink strike charges. 90 bonus damage. And he's down to a half-second attack time. He is having a great time. Brazenly going to the jungle. He wants to see someone. He wants to see anyone.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But looking at the vision, everyone's missing. Or are they? Here comes Brewmaster, taking light damage. We saw Brewmaster getting hit for about 130 damage. More like 176. Can't forget the backstab. But you can't forget the Riki either. Peppering in damage. Sure, he has a mischance. But you gotta respect it. A Riki with a 9-second BKB. That's a Sanjin Yasha. Doesn't quite have all his agility items yet. But he has plenty of bonus agility. For backstab. And plenty of bonus damage from Blink Strike. Bat Rider getting set up on. By the way, you see a pink ring around this teleportation scroll that tells us our pink opponent. If we look up at the top, it's a Weaver, and he's coming into the fight. He sees a combo being initiated on his Bat Rider. He might even see the beginning of a smoke cloud. He sees a BKB now. Ice immediately opening it up on that Bat Rider with a Blink Strike. Doing significant damage. Only using one though. Letting his right click do the work. And we see him just run away.
Dire's top barracks are
Backing
under
out.
attack.
Weaver spending his BKB. He does have a Daedalus now. He's hitting very hard. But that
Dire's
buyback
structures are
might stop
fortified.
the delay. It might just force a retreat for VG Gaming. But hey, wait a minute. We do have a Chikira. He can liquid fire. We have Forged Spirits. But Weaver will have none of that. Quickly DPSing down the lane. And VG Gaming can take solace in the fact that they got a Terrorblade starting to Rax. Terrorblade just doing work there. He already has an Eagle Song for himself. Riki thinking about his next item. Looks like it will be a Skull Basher. Turning those 2.5 second fights that he has, where he's able to blink in, get an attack or two, turn it into an even longer. Turn it into 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds, after you're able to get a Skull Basher proc. But he needs money for it, so he returns to lane, returns to farming. Elder Titan will force him back a little bit, and with the Terrorblade illusion, with the Radiance, he'll rotate. And what's this? Just in time for Roshan to reappear. Fenrir's been a good support, just checking again. And with someone to tank up, along with an Eclarity buff, Riki is able to eat in the late game to this Roshan. We can just see how much damage he's putting out. 280 damage about every half second. If not a little faster with Eclarity. That's right, he's down to 0.3, now 0.46. And Roshan, he stands there, can't do anything, doesn't even kill both of the Forged
Roshan
Spirits.
has fallen to the Radiant.
And it's an easy Aegis for Riki. He's up to 4,400 damage, or 4,400 gold rather. He's probably thinking about that Basher. And the next fight is occurring. Blink striking one time down to 4 charges. His BKB is up. He's thinking about pursuing. He does on the Elder Titan.
Barracks are under attack.
Elder Titan does have a 4 staff, and he will use it to get away there. But that was great play on his part. Invoker will actually fall in mid, and Riki feels a little isolated. His Fenrir support is falling.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Falling back in a... well, looks like he's now just going to switch lanes. Because Terrorblade, oh yeah. Hey guys, don't worry. I got this. Claiming the top lane of Rax. And what was an Invoker going to Weaver for gold, not really that much to worry about. Especially with this ultimate expiring soon. Fenrir is here in support. But he blinks out surprisingly fast there. You might have heard the Riki attack get off, but you can't win them all. You can push out the lane with this AoE Ignite with 300 damage auto attacks coming out. 1.25 times the 150. So you're doing about 180 bonus damage just from being behind the target. And the hunting resumes. We see him occupying lane with Fenrir, waiting in the wings. We look, where is the gem? The gem is on Bat Rider again. But they've had to buy another one. And Riki picking up the boots of travel now. Can't carry TPs anymore. And he does have the money, so he'd like to upgrade. That bounty rune will help him upgrade. But he could at least sell it, get some money, pick up the power treads, be faster as well. Or pick up the boots of travel and be faster. 450 move speed. Sanjay and Yasha doing work, along with Ogre's Bloodlust. And he can just continue farming, maybe get something done with this Aegis, maybe secure a kill, and then have enough gold to complete a Skull Basher. There it is. 40 damage, that's great, but 25% chance to stun for 1.4 seconds. Well, if it's a 25% chance, you can see down here he's attacking about every half second. So within a second or two that it takes a hero to get away, we'll see Riki getting a stun. And he's dangerously close, 3,800 gold. He could pick it up. Farming for buyback probably, just in case. And the Aegis is still on cooldown. 3 more minutes till that dissipates. He would love to take a fight soon. Repositioning things for when the Aegis is gone. And being pretty aggressive here. Going up into lane against Brewmaster. But he's middle of the pack on net worth. He could still use more gold. He could still use some more pickoffs on this extremely squishy Ancient Apparition. But he'll continue farming. 44 gold, 20, and another 20 going his way. And the Basher comes online at the 56-minute mark. He may even get rid of the Vlad's aura, just to make sure he has that on him for the next fight, or for the next pickoff. But for now it sits on the Courier, and Ice continues to farm. There's grouping up in the mid lane. There's a Terrorblade rotation with Invoker for this top lane. I'd also like to add here that all the time he spends farming, he's getting 43 gold, he's getting 40 gold, the usual amount from a creep lane. But since the Rax has already been defeated here, HGT, when they come back to clean up this wave, they're going to have to kill creeps that have more HP, 833 compared with 600, and they're going to get half the amount of gold. So when Weaver comes back up to farm up this lane, he's not going to be getting 43 gold for his time, 43 gold per hit. It's only going to be in the 20 range. And it's going to take him a little longer, just leaning on this lane of Rax to your advantage. We see it is the Weaver having to come back in. It's 57 minutes and 4 seconds. But even with the assistance of this creep wave and hitting for 800 damage, this takes a while. This lets Riki continue to farm up your own jungle. And he's still going. At the 21-second mark, finally. Cleaning up the wave. Riki continuing to farm. Skull Basher is now online. And we see a fight coming out in bottom. Super with a beautiful job on that Force Staff getting away there. He might actually get away. And Ice, he wants to make use of this Aegis. It will be expiring soon. In about now. So his window may be closing. An Abyssal Blade also coming out for our Brewmaster. He's getting quite big. Ice just farming up the Ancients to catch up. Moving around, getting that extra damage. Not sure if he did get the extra damage. We can check and see. Some of the times he does. He hits for 250 damage, just trying to blink strike, attack very quickly, speed up the process a little bit. He did use charges, down to 3, but they'll regenerate every 30 seconds. Also, his Aegis has expired. He knows that's 5 minutes. Roshan will be up in a minute or 2. Bring in the Basher. It's going to be increasing his damage and really turning a lot of these escapes that HGT have been performing into dangerous situations. This Elder Titan, even with 2000 HP and a Force Staff, might not be able to escape if you're stunned and can no longer Force Staff. I also liked how he picked up the item there. I think we can jump back and see that. We see him. A rune was placed. Hey, Ice, you're 6 slotted? I don't care. Place the rune anyway. So he does. Or a Sentry Ward rather. Drops his Midas. Sentry Ward immediately places it down. No problem, teammate. Anytime. And the grouping up continues. Ice. He sees the lanes are pushing out. He sees everyone is missing if you check the vision. And you say, well, they're not in this area. Oh, wait a minute. We have great vision. He sees the rotation, and he thinks maybe we should lead the charge. Pick someone off, retreating late. At the bare minimum, you can farm up this bottom lane. And keep getting closer and closer to that Abyssal Blade. Pretty close. He's hitting for 300 damage. And the Basher ready to do work. Also tanking him up a little bit. 6 strength. He's at 2300 HP. The same amount as this Brewmaster. The Brewmaster's pulled ahead a bit after picking up his own Abyssal Blade. And we see the smoke come out to use against VG. They're up by 14 kills, but it doesn't feel like it. With fights like these coming out, Jakiro is able to get off his full combo of spells, but the other BKBs are listed. Ice pushes down mid lane. He knows he could not get there in time. Jakiro and Ogre both dying again. But hey, we're able to push out these lanes. Boots of travel. Coming for Terrorblade. They're prepared for this late game. It's 60 minutes in. They feel they could win a fight. With the Abyssal Blade now online. Looking back at the net worth. Riki's still middle of the pack, but that's 22,000 gold now. That's middle of the pack. Then he kept the Vladzor. He kept his BKB charges pretty high. Sanj and Yasha. A great collection of items. The Midas being very key there. It was a bit of a slow start. And now, he runs instantly into the Batrider. Turns around, not sure how many people are there, but he says, "Are you alone? I have an Abyssal Blade." Batrider, barely able to get up onto the high ground there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And the answer to that question, are you alone? Well, no.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You see all 5 heroes of HGT rotating to claim a kill. But meanwhile, there's been pushing in the bottom lane. Riki will be down for 90 seconds. And the lane's still pushed out with these Terrorblade illusions. Riki might be feeling despondent, saying, darn. But that's okay. Terrorblade's got your back. You see him, 33,000 net worth. Jakiro says, hey, these aren't mega creeps in our lane. I can clear these out easily. You just relax.
Dire's middle tower
Do a little stretching. And oh, what's that? There's a fight. His teammates doing work for him. Coming in. Jakiro retreating. Barely. But Ogre Magi falling as well. The Super says, hey, we can fight. His BKB's on cooldown. And Black is ready to clean up. Batrider getting away. With a few HP. But that was a big kill. ZSMJ attempting to return. He has boots now, and he's ported in to this top lane, or to the mid lane, and he's instantly able to contribute. Securing a kill on the Elder Titan. He would love to get this Ancient Apparition, and he does. Gets the Blink Strike onto him. His BKB is going. There is a Yule's Scepter, but good luck getting out of that. And we even see a BKB, or a buyback rather, from our Weaver. His BKB is down for 27 seconds. He has to roam. Has to start cleaning up this lane. That was 4 people down.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Black coming in very brazenly, 500 HP. And Riki is in a wonderful position. He says, hey guys, Roshan's up. Let's do this. I have my Abyssal Blade. I'm Riki. Let's go. He knows he can put out the damage. Jakiro even coming in, saying, hey, I got your stun. I got your 2 attack speed debuffs. Roshan, he's going to be an easy kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's also sending out the courier immediately, saying, well, I'm 6 slotted. I need to get rid of something.
Dire's bottom
Send the
tower
courier.
has been denied. Dire's middle
Meanwhile,
tower is under attack.
Black is just leaning on this HGT. The base, it's tattered, it's torn. The mid lane is almost forced down. One rack's down. The second will soon fall as well.
Dire's middle barracks. has
And Roshan's
fallen.
getting there. He's attacking slow at least.
Roshan
And he
has
falls.
fallen to the
We see the Midas dropped by Riki, saying, I've got money now. I've got my Abyssal Blade. We'll put that on the courier. Let's pick up an Aegis and end this game at the 64-minute mark. Cheese, Jakiro going, nom 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 nom. 1,000 mana, give it here. That'll let him get off his full salvo of spells again. Scythe of Ice is going to help too. Jakiro farming very well this game. He's up to almost 20,000. And although Terrorblade is down for 75 seconds, Weaver was able to get another kill. He's 12 and 6. He's having a great game. MKB, Desolator, with a Daedalus proc potential. But Riki's not too bad himself with the multiplicative abilities. 1.25 times his agility, which is at about 140. Pretty good. Up to about 180, almost 190. And he has an Abyssal Blade. Weaver's here, but he doesn't have any smoke. No way to reveal him. He would love a stun to hold him in place while he does his damage. So Riki just instantly goes to this top lane and says, hey, I'm going to lean on this a little harder. This is still 50 gold for me. I can save up for buyback. And really create an awkward position here. They're going to have to defend this. And Weaver shows himself, saying, hey, I'll defend it. Ice goes, yeah, you will. Am I gonna... Can I kill you? But instead, I'll go into the enemy base and teleport away. Fat Rider goes, what the fuck? Was our fountain attacking? I just saw a Riki. Well, he's already back with those boots of travel to defend. To defend a potential push. Coming out from this Elder Titan. Coming out from the Brewmaster. We see boots of travel on Jakiro as well. They know that they're ahead. 2 lanes of Brax. And they're instantly coming out. The Abyssal Blade will help claim a kill. BKB is now down. But he has an Aegis. He can be very aggressive here. Well, or at least he used to have an Aegis.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
But he still has Vladimir's offering, and it's worth noting you heard the sound. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. The final lane of Brax is being assaulted. So Riki can get back up and know that things are going in his way. They're going in his favor. That was the Bat Rider ult committed. This team has an Ancient Apparition. Another 150 gold going to Riki. He actually got the most of the gold there, over 300. 150 going to Jakiro. He's already farmed up. The Weaver was killed. Do you like seeing RNG? We'll go back to that. No, we won't. You saw the GG coming out at the very last second there. Almost a bit of a surprise. Bit of a surprise, but there was no buyback on the Weaver. And that last fight there, with multiple lanes of racks pushed out, resulted in a win for Team VG Gaming in this game against HGT. That's going to conclude it for this episode of 4D, Def's Daily Dose of Dota, episode 24, where we started with a pretty easy premise. We played Dota, we died. We wished there was a hero where you could stay invisible. Riki. Ice has been thinking the same thing. I think a lot of heroes, or a lot of pro teams have. We've seen it in the Captain's Draft Invitational. It's still in the draft pool. So hopefully we'll see more in the future. We'll have more episodes of 4D as well. Let me know what you thought about them. Feel free to comment. I have a YouTube page. My username, Def Broadcasting. DEF Broadcasting. Let me know what you thought about the show. Who you'd like me to cover in the future. I have a Twitter handle that I check sometimes. It also notifies you when I go live for the shows. That username, Def Broadcasting. DEF Broadcasting. From all of us here at Deficit Broadcasting, helping you raise your score. Till next time.